Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of BS Drunk Movie Reviews. This is a weekly podcast, and we do upload the video versions to our YouTube channel. So make sure to check us out there. My name is Vetta, and as always, I am joined by my brother, Matt.
Oh, and I'm a big freaking mess.
And on this episode, we are going to be talking about the 1999 Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Yeah, I love this movie so much.
Yes, and I added the 1999 because there's like a new movie out called Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Ew.
Yeah, it's I haven't.
I just want you to know from this point forward, I may be talking with this accent, okay? Just so you know.
Before we talk about what we're drinking,
okay,
I can't even tell you how excited I am because I live in Minnesota.
Yeah, you do. I have questions for you Minnesotans.
I am going to be pulling out my Minnesota accents, and we're going to be talking about everything, don't you know? It's
for sure.
Be amazing.
For sure. I have questions about your backward state. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep this accent
bars
up,
all made up for church group tomorrow because it's Mother's Day and you can't go to church without those lemon bars.
About bars, yeah. Isn't just any dessert like a brownie like bars? Isn't that
no?
Oh, I'm confused then. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep up this accent. I've been drinking too much for this nonsense. Of
the O's and stuff, but yeah. So before we get started, what are you drinking?
Well, as you know, the sacrificial wine just seems too tempting for some. That's why we Lutherans use the grape Kool-Aid for the blood of Christ. So I am drinking my ever famous blood of Jesus wine. Yeah, it's delicious.
First of all, we're gonna break that myth. We do. I am Lutheran. We do not use grape Kool-Aid.
We don't use grape Kool-Aid.
We use our wine. But I made a Sarah Rose.
Oh, look at you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Got all fancy. I mean, it's pretty much, I'm not even gonna lie. It's like every other drink out there, just that someone put it together and said, I'm going to call it the Sarah Rose. It's just some sparkling champagne, some orange juice, some like pink lemonade and Sprite.
So, gotcha. Well, mine's just like grapes and, fermentation.
Someone smushed them up and put them
with some of those
so first thing I'm going to tell you is Jesus, he loves a winner.
Yeah, he does, especially one that kills.
So I am going to try really hard not to point out all the Minnesota errors.
Gotcha. Well, I have questions about
because the writer of this movie is from Roseville, Minnesota. And if you look at the name Mount Rose and you re-scramble those letters, it makes Rosemont.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, she's so clever, that one.
Yeah, clever.
No wonder she's in the Hollywood.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, with all those movie stars and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God bless her. I hope she's going to church.
Oh, yeah. She got out of here, It takes some time,
Yeah, but the devil, he left here too,
Yeah, you don't want to let him get a foothold.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. So, okay. So I love at the very beginning. First off, Adam West. I love Adam West. And I loved how later on in the movie it was like Adam West could not be contacted for comment when he had the like.
Yeah, when the girl at the state beauty pageant, it's my friend slept with Adam West at the Nationals.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he just got Me Too'd before Me Too.
And it was Adam West could not be. I loved the lower thirds in this movie.
Yeah, it was very good. But I love how the
feel of this was hysterical.
Yeah, I absolutely love how she recorded Days of Our Lives over the tape and they called it Stories. I was like, that is
that's a legit Midwest thing, but it's
so
it's not a soap opera. It's I gotta watch my stories.
Don't bother me while I'm watching my stories. You might as well talk to the wall and everything. So yeah, no, I love that so much. And then I love how she's like, now the second part, which is lost forever. And I'm like, can't you just call them and get another tape? Like, it's not like
you find out later. No, she can't.
Right, for sure. I'm like, but I'm pretty sure like if they could have paid them for another tape, but whatever. So that I have to though. So this is like a personal question.
Yes.
So you put your kids in pageants, and I know because I've been to a couple. Is
Hey,
it this
my
cutthroat?
children,
Is it this
my children were
cutthroat?
very, oh, it is cutthroat.
They
Mine were
were
not
very
in.
small and they were very cute. The cute little ones are
And mine were
adorable.
not toddler and tiara pageants. Mine
Yeah.
were like,
Yeah,
you
like
have
what
to
they
have an introduction and you have to, it was more about
weren't they like 4 or 5, something like that?
Well, they did them all the way. Yeah, it was all preteen age stuff, but it was more public speaking. Like you had to go in and do like interviews with the judges, and then you had to do an
I want to get to
introduction.
those.
I know. You had to do like an introduction, like, hi, my name is blah blah blah, and I like blah 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 and blah blah blah. And they just did, yeah. And mine were very successful.
Right on.
We were like Amber and got to go to the national pageants and
Right
compete
on.
against someone from every state. Yeah. So.
Oh, listen, I went to 1 or 2, I think. I went to one that was very memorable. I remember almost verbatim in my mind. I could tell you the nonsense that went on.
Which
but
one did you go to? Because
all I know is this woman.
did them too.
All I know is this woman that was there, that was the host. She did this dance that I was just like, what the fuck is going on here?
Oh,
this is ridiculous.
That was not in Minnesota. That was a Michigan pageant. But
whatever it was freaking ridiculous.
Because one of my daughters was Miss Minnesota, so we were there. We were there as visiting royalty.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I wish you hadn't, because it was a waste of my afternoon.
Or my favorite, and God bless you for sitting through it. But when parents put their children in the talent portion, because the type of pageants my daughters did, talent was optional. It had nothing to do. It was like a side contest. It had nothing to do with if you were crowned. But I always loved the children that their parents thought they could sing.
Oh my gosh.
Thought they could dance and put them in there. I did not ever think that my children were like superstardom talented. We did not do. My one daughter, who is quite photogenic,
they're just smart.
that did the photogenic, but that was just it. We just had to put up pictures.
Hey Vetta, how does pageants happen?
They work from mothers trying to live vicariously through their daughters, or in my case, just trying to get my children to fucking talk to people,
right on,
and not stand behind me going, "Mommy, tell them this."
Right on. Well, you won't find any back rooms in our video stores like those Sin Cities, like AKA St. Paul, Minneapolis.
Oh, in St. Paul, Minneapolis, she ain't wrong. We have a store called Sex World. Oh,
yo, do ya now? That sounds like
do.
I'm all excited, but
it used to be a 3-level store.
Wow, what happened?
Lack of visitors.
Yeah, you porn. Anyways,
exactly.
Okay, so I have another question before we get into it. So in one scene, they go to the Mall of America, and she's all like, "Yeah, I think the Mall of America would have the parking lot of America." I've been to the Mall of America twice, I think.
Yeah,
and I thought they had a rather large parking lot. Like,
they have a huge parking lot and 2 parking ramps. They are actually at Eden Prairie Center, which is just a regular basic mall that has a Target attached to one side of it, which is where they go, which I laughed that they said they were going to the Mall of America and they went to, you can see they're at Target, and Target's like right up against, yeah. And so they're at Eden Prairie Center.
Right on. Well, I knew they weren't at the Mall of America because I was like, I remember the Mall of America having a very large parking lot.
It has a huge parking lot because it has a freaking amusement park in it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it does. It has a roller coaster. I remember the roller coaster.
So I'll tell you another fun fact, that Eden Prairie Center is also the mall used in Mallrats.
Oh, super fun. Yeah. All right. So you were talking about the talent portion. I had some real quick things. I was like, before her actual tap thing, which I have questions about, I wrote down Amber can't tap dance and Becky can't sing. Okay. So you're just too good to be
poetry
true.
Reading.
Yeah, that's not like
not,
this isn't deaf. This isn't deaf poetry jam. What'd you say?
I said, and then the one girl that does signing, I'm like, that's kind of a talent, but like anyone can do it. You just have to learn.
Oh, I have one more thing, but I want to get to it later on. But I just as soon as I saw Amber tap dancing at the funeral home, I was all like,
while she is putting makeup on a corpse.
on dead people, yeah.
Which I
I
go,
was,
do they let high school students do that?
I mean, apparently, I mean, you know, I don't know how hard it is to put makeup on people, but
so I will tell you, they do a lot of correct things. Like they do say, like, Mount Rose is not a city in Minnesota, but some of the others, like when they're talking about Forest Lake, or at the pageant where you see all the girls with the sashes at the state pageant, and there's Bloomington and Burnsville and Apple Valley, those are all correct.
Apple Valley, Minnesota.
But my favorite though is when they show her like tap dancing down the road, and there's like all of these like landmarks behind her. I'm not joking. They covered the entire state of landmark. Like, I'm like, wait a minute. That is nowhere. That's 2 hours away from. I mean, yeah. There's just a lot of. They were trying to cram the whole state.
You were looking at landmarks. I was just like, what's this long line of cars going on? What's going on here? Okay. I wrote down her choreographer, that lady with the bowl cut. She scared me. She was so scary. I was just like, when she showed up, oh, I was like, I do not like her at all.
Which I go, that is where the lady that wrote this did a disservice to Minnesota, because in Minnesota, we take our dancing very serious. We have a nationally acclaimed dance studio that goes all over the country, multiple wins.
Is that where that Dance Moms is at?
Yeah. Oh, no, they're
with that lady in the wheelchair.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, the Dance Moms actually considered filming in Minnesota, but we are not, we don't have enough drama for them.
Oh, okay. All right. You need some murders like this movie. Okay. Oh, and then I wrote down, okay, so I loved all their little interviews, but I loved it when she went and visited the anorexic queen from that had won before, because she was like, I'm not gonna lie, as soon as I saw her, I was like, oh, I wish I was skinny. and then I lied. I laughed the whole time because what? Oh, God. And then like she brushes out her hair, and I was like, well, I don't want that. But and then she's all like, she brings her the chocolates, and she's like, good job, Becky. She's anorexic.
And he like covers her ears and is like,
yeah. Which I'm all like, I get anorexia, but like, wouldn't you think that she'd be getting better at some point in time? Like,
well, eventually, when they like just shove the tube down her nose and feed her. But I love how she lip synced.
Oh, I want to talk about that. When we get to the pageant, I have like some notes on that. We can talk about it now. I loved that scene. I loved the song, Vetta. I'm not going to tell you how many times I've listened to it because the lyrics are they're the best. They're the best. Like I sang that to somebody and they were like, these lyrics are horrible. And I was, because it's like, don't cry out loud. Just keep it inside. I just learned how to hide your feelings. I'm all like,
and the best part about that is it's saying that and it's being sung by a girl who's in her anorexia.
It's so good. And she's being wheeled around in the wheelchair. And I'm all like, I can't believe she won with this shitty talent. I was like, lip singing is now a talent.
So I like the part where they're in the morgue and she's doing the old lady's makeup and the guy comes in and goes, the family's upset. This doesn't look anything like their mother. And they were like, she was like, well, I didn't want to make her look like a whore. And they're like, but this is this family's whore.
Right. That's so funny. That reminded me of that scene from what's that big Girls Don't Cry or whatever? What's that movie with Macaulay Culkin? Hold on. You just give me 2 seconds. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Where he dies from the bees. I'm gonna have to edit this out. Okay, it reminded me of that scene with My Girl where the one lady does the woman, the old lady has a floozy, and they're like, this is her from her church bridge group. Fix it. Again, she gave her like the I don't know, makeup, but she gave her lipstick and like rouge or some what is rouge? Is that the eye shit? What's the eye stuff? Eyeshadow. Gave her the shadows on the eyes, but
that's a great movie too for a terrible singing.
Yeah, so
when grandma sneaks into the funeral
right. So I just it reminded me of that. Can I just say the judges? So judge number 2, I don't remember his name.
The pedophile?
No, that was judge number 1.
Oh no, I remember judge number 2 is the hardware store, Hank's brother.
Hank, there we go. Okay, because I wrote down that he is so mean to his brother, who they keep calling a retard, which I found hilarious because that could not be made today by calling him that. No. But the whole time I'm just like, CPS needs to be called. This is horrible. I mean, I know he's not a child, but it's gotten to the point now where it's just like, it's just mean. I was like,
so you want another fun fact?
Yeah, tell me.
Judge number 3, who never speaks, is the actual writer.
Oh, shut up. Look at that. Yeah. Well, look at you with all your facts and stuff. All right. Anyways.
Yeah, I love when they have the sign up for it and wrestling practice is going on.
Oh my God, yeah.
And Gladys is
yeah. What was his name that she's all like, hey, Tony, tell the folks I said hi. I was all like, well, Tony isn't packing that much. I'm sorry. He turned towards the camera and I was like, all right, let's see what this dude's. I was like, it wasn't that big. Like, let's be honest. All right, Vetta.
Yeah. So
I have a question.
Okay.
If I can just interrupt your thought.
Nope, go for it.
One word, lutefisk. Have you had it? Is it good? And what's going on? Lie? Isn't that deadly?
It is. It is very. It is not a staple in Minnesota anymore. It's a very Scandinavian thing. And in Minnesota, you have huge Scandinavian populations. I mean, they're all tall and blonde.
So you've never had it before?
No, I have been places that have it, and there are restaurants that serve it. I'm like you, lie's deadly. Yeah. I don't want to put something that is, been covered in lye and soaking.
Yeah, it'd be the same thing when somebody's like, hey, you want to try blowfish? I'm like, isn't that poisonous? No, thanks.
Yeah. But there's like the thing where you can like steam it in the dishwasher. And I'm
like, or the lutefisk? Yeah. That's insane to me. Have people died from lutefisk?
No, because I don't know anyone that actually eats it. It's an old people thing, I think.
This is insane. Like because I'm yeah.
I would say it was probably really big, like when that librarian was
right. Which I just have to say, I loved her so much. I could have dealt with a little bit more of her. She was great. I loved her. She was only.
I have another fun fact for you at the end about her. But anyway, I kind of went. It probably would have been better if they had done tater tot hot dish. That's a fucking huge thing. Or wild rice soup is huge. Those two things are like on restaurant menus all the time.
Well, I've had some kind of tater tot hot dish, or a casserole.
It's not mom's.
Yeah, not our mother's, but no. Listen, I love casseroles. So
you would love tater tot hot dish.
I would probably love it. I just love casseroles because I'm all like, ooh, what'd you put in here? Because casseroles are like those things. You just need like chicken, like one kind of meat or like a noodle, and then you just put whatever you want in it, and then just throw cheese on the top.
Enough, but you remember like Grandma Rita would be like, we'd be like, so what's for dinner? And she'd be like, a casserole, and we'd be like, what kind? And she goes, well, it all depends on what I find in the fridge. And no matter what that's you and our oldest brother's time period. Yeah, no, that's your guys' time period. Although I love all casseroles. You just have to have some kind of noodle in it and like a meat.
and then just cheese on the top.
And just cover it in cheese.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Until it gets that like crispy, bubbly cheese on top.
Exactly. So,
alrighty. So what did you think of Becky or Rebecca? That's Gladys's daughter.
Becky's a cunt. I didn't like her at all. Like I got the whole gun thing, but at the same time, I'm all like, like,
I'm still in the gym when she's signing up and she's like, is this my mark?
Well, I mean, listen, Becky's hot. Don't get me wrong. And the actress, what is her name off the top of my head?
Denise Richards.
Thank you.
Who was 29 at the time that she was
playing she doesn't look it. She looks great. I love her so much. She is great.
She still looks good now.
Oh, I watched Desperate Housewives just because of her. I never watched that show before. Real House. Yeah, you know what I meant. Anyways, listen, I can't feel my face right now. Leave me alone. But I love her. I watch anything she's in. She's fantastic, and she's still hot. She's so hot.
Yeah. So
what'd you think of Becky
and Tammy?
No, what'd you think of Becky?
I thought Becky was like, oh, we all know Becky.
Oh yeah, that's so true. We
all went to high school with Becky.
That's so true. I would name my Becky, but I don't want her to know that, and we could get sued, right? Because we're so popular.
Yeah, and I go. And then you have that everybody in the town is all like, oh, well, Amber should win, but Becky's gonna, like everybody knew her mom was fixing it. And her mom was all, nope, I'm a mom. I'm a mom first and foremost, but when I step in here, I'm taking on the role of the pageant director or however.
Oh yeah. What does she say? Am I impartial? When I leave this house, I am impartial as day is long, but we're in my territory now. So I got my mom hat and my wife apron on.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
I wrote that down because I was like, that's an interesting statement. Your wife apron. Can I talk about my favorite character in this whole movie just for a hot minute? Please. I love Loretta. She is like the best character. I love her so much. She's the most smartest. And she drops some words of wisdom, kinda. Once a carny, always a carny. And then I love how she brought her the alcoholic beverage.
Told me from the beginning that dad put his career first. Yeah. Loretta, once a carny, always a carny.
And my favorite is at the end when she's like, hey, I got some. The whole movie, she's been trying to get laid, and I'm all like, well, someone just fuck this woman. I'd give it to her. She's pretty good looking. I think she's cute.
Well, yes. So I loved the part where Amber tells Loretta, who is the best friend to her mom, she says, Loretta, don't ever have any children. And she goes, oh, well, God bless you for thinking I still could.
Yeah, she's great. She was my favorite character. As soon as she showed up, she was my favorite character. I loved her so much. I was like, this movie, I could watch a whole movie with just her. Like when she's like, we're staying at the hotel by the mall.
We're staying at the hotel by the airport.
Yeah, and she's like, right there by the airport. And I was like, oh my goodness, you guys, I love her so much. Yeah, no, she's great.
The hair.
Yeah, no, it's so great, and it's played by Allison Janney. I love her. She's so great. I'll watch anything she's in. She's.
And I love at the end when Amber's mom's got the hook and she's trying to open the beer and she's like, "Can I get that for you?" No, I got it.
Yeah, and she just like stabs it. She's like, "I got it."
All excited for it.
So good.
Right. So. Let's go back. Let's start with the first death. So the first death in the movie is what's the girl's name? Give me a minute. Tammy?
Yeah, Tammy.
Yes. And she was on her thresher. And remember, Amber's like, oh, well, after she would do some threshing, she did like to have a smoke.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and they were like in the interview when she was signing up, she's like, I like to win. So I'm in there. I'm going to win. I'm a winner.
Yeah, which me, I'm just like, I wouldn't have voted for Tammy because even though she's a winner, she wasn't very pretty. Like, I didn't think she was
Well,
hot.
she beat Becky for everything. She was the president of the Lutheran Gun Club.
Oh yeah. That's my favorite. I love that one.
All right. So what did you think of the second death, the boy that gets killed hunting?
I thought that was, I mean, like, obviously Becky is a petty bitch, but I'm just all like, listen, what was his name? Tom or something? I don't remember.
Yeah.
But he wasn't that hot. Like, I'm sorry. I'm like, you couldn't find out, like, what's her Amy Adams' boyfriend in that movie was hotter than him. I'm all like,
but the reason he was Amy Adams' boyfriend, which Amy Adams' name in that movie was Leslie. Yeah. She was putting out.
She's what?
She was putting out. That's why he was going with her. Not.
Yeah,
Amber.
Yeah, right on. I just the whole time I'm just all like, yeah, I don't know. I
don't you feel bad for Amber? She's doing the makeup for all of her dead friends in the one funeral home in this small town.
That's funny because it's funny because it's true. Yeah, no, when that kid died, I'm all like, she shot him because he wasn't into her. Like,
well, Becky didn't kill anyone. It was Gladys.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right. But I thought, wasn't Becky the one that was all like, I thought she didn't, it doesn't even matter. Because I remember her at the end, which is like, you're all a bunch of fucking losers.
And then what happens next? Then the trailer gets the blow up.
Yeah, gets bombed with the mom.
She's got the beer.
Yeah. Which
she shakes it to see if there's any left.
Yeah, and I like how the daughter was all like, what's her face? Amber was all like, it's pretty gross. And I was like, yeah, it is. It's fucking gross and everything. He's all like, we after surgery, we can get this off. I was like, you just gotta cut off the whole hand. There's no saving this hand. It's
which they do, which is why she's Captain Hook.
Yeah, exactly. But as soon as they showed, I was like, oh, there's no surgery for this. You just gotta lob it off. I'm like, there's no saving her fingers. Like, her fingers were gross. And
they were melted into the beer can.
And I'm all like, and then I like how she's like, I saved your tap shoes. I'm like, fuck your tap shoes. Look at your fingers.
And I love how she's in the hospital and they're like, the candy striper's like, you can't smoke here.
Yeah, right. So what else? Okay.
What did you think of their when they were rehearsing their dance number and the one judge had the camera on the street corner?
Yeah, he was like a creeper. Like, I'm just like, if this movie was made today, he could just go find somebody on a website somewhere. Like, he wouldn't have any problems. He could be a sugar daddy.
For sure. Well, I mean, would he really been a sugar daddy? Let's be real.
I mean, I don't know, man. He could get a couple credit cards. I'm sure somebody would give it to him, I wrote down, okay, so Vetta.
Yes.
I want to take a serious note with you right now. If you could be any tree in the woods, which tree would you be?
Well, first of all, that's the dumbest question on the planet. So,
I love how Becky had her answer ready to go.
Oh yeah, she'd be a tall, strong tree that's got roots in the community.
Right. Well, what tree would you be?
Probably an apple tree.
An apple tree. How do you like them apples?
Right. Specifically a Honeycrisp apple tree.
Right on.
What tree would you be?
Oh, I'm not being a dead one, because I'd just be like, oh, I'm done with this place. A trunk, that's what I'd be.
You'd be a Christmas tree because your life would be short, and then you'd be in someone's living room.
Yeah, I'd make somebody
you'd end
happy.
up in Chevy Chase's living room.
Yeah, I make somebody happy for a short period of time, and then I'd be dead. That's how it would be going. I'd just be like, I'm done. This is ridiculous. I'm a fucking tree. Yeah, that's the question that I had, because I love how she got like, name all the states, spell all the states in alphabetical order. She's like, are you serious?
And
Like,
spell
yeah.
them, didn't they? She had to spell them too.
Right. But here's my question
Where
for
they
you.
were like, can you need to name all the states and spell all the states in alphabetical order. And she was like, are you serious? Like her face went from big and smiley bubbly to, are you serious?
And then she went all bubbly again.
And then she's all bubbly again when she's all like,
yeah. And I love Hank, how he was like, she was like, Arizona, AR, and he was all like moving his head back and forth and clapping and everything. I love that. But my whole thing is like, if they would have asked her those questions anyways, they knew who the winner was by the end. Why would you change the question?
I think they were trying to make it look legit, like if anyone said anything.
Oh,
or they were trying to get her to drop out.
Oh, because me, I just go, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. You know who the winner is.
I think that if she would have got one wrong, then they were like, oh, you're done. But I think they were like trying to get her to drop out, because if she dropped out, then no one, because everybody knew at the end of the pageant when Becky won, everybody was like,
yeah, they knew something was doing.
Yeah, everybody knew.
Right on. So, okay. I have one more question for you.
Yeah.
What was your favorite talent in this competition?
My favorite talent was the girl who barked.
Oh my God, that was mine. I wrote down, I love the girl that lip synced that was a past contestant, but I was like, that doesn't count. But the girl that barked, oh my God, that was my favorite one.
I think her name was she Tara?
Sure.
I don't remember.
But you know me. Hold on, I'm looking it up now, but you talk.
Yeah, when she barked the dog sound.
Oh my God, I was so happy.
I did love what was the girl's name? Michelle. Is she the one that did the country western who was adopted by the Japanese?
Yes.
That one was pretty good too, but the barking, this is a German shepherd. Arr, arr.
Yeah. Oh, or wait, it was Tess. Her name was Tess.
Tess, there you go.
Yeah, no, I loved her too so much. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, that was my favorite one. Like I was just like, because that was like the first one. I was like, there's nothing that can beat this. There's nothing. There's nothing that can beat this.
I love when they're having the opening number dance and she has Minnesota's largest ball of twine. And she was like, I misunderstood the homework.
Right. Right. So good.
Because everybody else has monuments.
Yeah. So yeah, I absolutely, I just love the dog barking thing. It was so good.
I just go, how was that even thought of as a talent? Like that, you know, someone just went, her talent can be dog barking.
Yeah, I a small piece of me wonders if that was like taken from real life experience. Like
if somebody could do that.
Oh my
there's
God,
that
like,
one cousin.
if my daughter ever got into pageants, I'd just be like, baby, just go in and fuck with them and just do dog barking. But at the same time, I mean, in all honesty, pageants you can win some really good scholarships from pageants. I mean, you can pay your whole way through college if you win a pageant. So I'm not dissing on them because they do have some positives and everything. It's just funny. It's funny.
But nothing like the Mount Rose pageant.
Oh, that is the best pageant ever. Oh yeah.
Because our themes, you know, I think of those all on my own.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
We had Made in America.
America's
by American, it's A-okay.
Yeah. And then what was Amera? I can.
Oh no. Oh, I got this year's pageant. It is proud to be an American.
I don't know where this stuff comes from. You must have a gift from God or something.
It's just a gift from God.
Oh, and I love how after, okay, so I wrote this down because I thought it was hilarious. When Miss Clark, I wrote her name down. when Amber confronts Becky about stealing her talent costume and they're fighting and everything, and she's all like, you know, come get some Sunday dinner or whatever she says. She's all like, she goes, so Amber yells out, I hate her. And then the Miss Clark goes, I know, we all do. I laughed so hard because I was like, I bet nobody caught that, but it was funny. It was pretty funny.
The whole backstage scene parts of the pageant are hysterical. Like when they realize that when they're using like the paint remover turpentine.
Oh yeah.
So they're like, who paints the benches right before showtime? It's probably the retard, you know, and you're
right. Yeah.
They say retard so many times.
So many. That's why I'm all like, this movie couldn't be made today. They say
that's a drinking game right there.
Yeah, they say it so many and aggressively say it. Like I'm all like me, I don't have a problem with it, but I was the whole time I'm just like, I think somebody is really upset right now in real life.
It's for entertainment value, but yeah, they're just like, there's so much of this movie that's so inappropriate.
So much. It's like so, but at the same time, so good. So good. I love it.
So good.
One thing also that I wanted to mention was that in during the pageant, right? So Brittany Murphy, the actress, her character number 7, contestant number 7, I don't remember her character's name. She gives up her costume.
You want me to tell you?
No, go ahead. You and your fucking names are so obnoxious.
Lisa.
What's her name?
Lisa.
Oh, it would have been better if you said her name was Brittany. Anyways, so she gives up, and then it's announced on stage. She goes, contestant number 7 has left the competition or some crap like that. And the audience audibly goes, "Aw," and I'm like, there's no way you can be enjoying this. There's no way you can be enjoying this. You've got a dog barker, a cheerleader, and a sign language, whatever dancer. Yeah. There's no way you can be enjoying this. I don't understand.
My favorite about Brittany Murphy's character is at the end when they're walking out and the dad is just super mad that she bowed out. Peter's gay, Dad. Gay.
Which I just go like, come on. Like at least the mom had to have known. Come on.
He works at a drag club as Liza Minnelli.
Right. Yeah. And I just go, it's crazy bones. But I do like how the film crew went into the judges tent or whatever, and they're just like, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. And then the Hank is all like, I know who's the winner. I know who's the winner.
Shut up, retard.
Yeah, and then he like tagged
so
Oh, they are aggressively offensive in this movie. Like me, I'm all like, listen, it may have been another time, but I'm all like, I can see how this be problematic these days.
Oh, for sure. I'm actually surprised none of the actors or actresses in this movie haven't come out and apologized.
Oh, right.
They apologize for everything nowadays.
Right. So
after Becky is crowned.
Yes, she's crowned.
Did you not love when Gladys is like, they go, and they scream, and she's like, we're going to stay.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to stay.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
What'd you think of the float for the parade?
Well, I didn't think it was a bad flow. I mean, I don't know, because I don't really like parades. I hate parades. They're fucking annoying. But
I'm so glad my children hated them, so I never had to sit through them.
Yeah. I just they block up traffic, and like they're just a big waste of time. It's just a bunch of bands.
Did you like the offensive part of my dad got it made? My dad got it made in Mexico.
Oh yeah, they kept saying
from all of his Mexico workers.
Yeah, they kept saying Mexico, and I'm all like, you got, fucking read, okay?
He's like, I pay him in pesos. He's
I'm all
so
like
proud of himself.
Yeah, but no.
Do you think she would have died when it went up like a Roman candle?
Yeah, but yeah.
Or she'd been in the room next door to Amber's mom.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. I just when it blew up, I was like, whatever.
Yeah. Gladys's meltdown was way better though.
Oh yeah, she's like, you
little okay. Now I'm gonna say there are not many trailer parks in Minnesota. I think I know of like 2, but she's all like, yeah, trailer park track, that was supposed to be you. Come on, Becky, get up, we're going to stay. And I'm like, no, you're not.
Right. Yeah, no. I love Kirstie Alley. She's great. I love her so much.
So how would you feel if your daughter won a pageant and she was going to get a ride to Alabama to the state pageant as soon as they were done crop dusting? Because they're using the crop duster to fly her down.
Right. I mean, I'd be like, nah, we'll drive. We'll just drive.
We'll just go into Minneapolis, St. Paul and take Northwest down.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Or what's that shitty airline? What's that shitty airline?
Southwest or JetBlue?
JetBlue.
There's so many.
JetBlue. It's just a beer can with wings. JetBlue. Like,
where if the flight attendants, you piss them off, they just pull the emergency.
Yeah, JetBlue. They're just like, bring them on, bring on the cattle. I thought
that was Southwest because they're the ones that.
Oh, no, Southwest. I'm thinking I'm totally. Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking of Southwest. They're fucking ridiculous. They don't even have seatbelts on Southwest.
So what did you think when she got to to go to the state pageant and they're staying at the hotel next the Hojo by the airport?
Well, I love how when they get, first off, Loretta, she's great. I love how she's like, take a picture to last longer. I love that because all these bitches get off and they just acted like their shit don't stink kind of thing. And I'm all like, you're all in the airport hotel. Stop acting like you're fancy schmancy. Okay, come on.
All like thrusting their boobs out and Amber staring at all their boobs. And my favorite is like when she goes, "Don't worry, I got a secret of my own," and she pulls out the vase.
Right? Yeah. And then when she goes and then they're all eating the shellfish. Now, first off, a shellfish is delicious. So I would have probably eaten the shrimp and stuff. I would have gotten there with food poisoning. But like I said before, I love Loretta, how she's flirting with the bartender. And then after all the girls are throwing up, she's like, did they hear us? Yeah, I'm like, you get some, Loretta. I like you. I like you a lot. I would have
Amber's like, I didn't eat the shellfish because mom says you should never eat anything that carries around its house because you don't know the last time it's been clean.
That's right, for sure. Yeah, no, I did. But then they get to the place and they find out that what is Amber Rose is no longer in
Sarah
business.
Rose at the national pageant that it's been seized by the IRS.
Yeah, and I love how all the contestants they go immediately like rabid and start like vandalizing.
They go like a Godzilla mode, they went like crazy quick.
Like they're not even crying, they're just like, fuck this place, and they just start tearing shit down, like tearing signs down and stuff.
But you know what went through their minds? What flashed through their minds was the hours of listening to their mom bitch at them to practice, their coaches, the alterations, the hair and makeup tutoring. They went, this is some bullshit. You couldn't have called me yesterday before I flew 12 hours to get here.
Right on. Yeah, no, I definitely I just thought how they were just like yeah, it's closed down. They just went from 0 to like, oh shit, let's fuck shit up. They like BLM protested like hardcore. like we
need to go back though real quick because I totally forgot to say my favorite bottom third of the entire movie.
Yeah, tell that.
At the parade where Hank gets shut in the door and he's asking the kids for the cotton candy, and the lower third comes up. The policy of the documentary crew is to remain true observers and not interfere with its subjects,
which I felt was also very mean.
Right? And then the camera guy's just standing there watching him, and then later they come back to it and it's the overalls hanging and Hank's gone. Yeah,
I thought that was mean because I was like, oh, you guys are mean, just letting me.
It was totally mean, but the lower third was great.
Right on. It was it was pretty funny. So go ahead.
So when Amber returns, it goes through a little flash forward of what happens to everybody. So what did you think of Kirstie Alley's character Gladys breaks out of jail, escapes, and is on top of the chicken shack sniping people and shoots a reporter and for those of you that have not seen this movie, Amber's goal is to be Diane Sawyer. So
ew.
she picks up the thing and instantly becomes a reporting sensation. I was like, that's not how that works.
For sure. I mean, good for Amber. I mean, but Kirstie Alley, like her character, I was like, yeah, kill them all, just snipe
but
them.
I'm like, she's looking,
bang.
she's like, where's that little whore? And I'm like, dude, she's standing right there. You have
right. Next to that bitch you just shot.
like you've got a scope on that. Do a little better on your
I did like when she was in prison though, and she put her hand in the one woman's pocket. like, oh, that would be me in prison though. I have 5 minutes. I'd last 5 minutes.
Runner up for her second place in the state penitentiary.
Yeah, she did. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I love Kirstie Alley. She's great. I love her so much. She's like fantastic.
And I love how the cheerleader, the hell was her name? Leslie.
Amy Adams' character?
Yes. For the update on her, she was going to beauty school, but then she was a stripper and then she just disappeared.
That's so funny. I didn't write that down, but yeah, so good. It's so good. Yeah, I love this movie so much. I could watch this movie like all the time. It's so good.
It is a staple.
It is. It's like a cult classic.
Seen it, you should totally see it. You'll love it.
Yeah, for sure.
Amy Adams' debut, like main.
Yeah, and I love her. She's great.
Yeah, this is like her first big role.
I think I love everybody in this movie. Like, I mean, yeah, I just love everybody. Like, well, all the main people, the smaller people, I don't really know. And Brittany Murphy's dead, so she can't do anything else. But
even when she was doing stuff,
yeah, I loved her. I loved her.
I mean,
yeah, I loved her.
I think most of the pageant contestants all went on to do other things. I don't think
for sure
any of them didn't. I mean, they weren't all Kirsten Dunst or,
right on
Denise Richards, but they all are pretty successful.
Right on. Yeah, no, I love this.
All right. Movie. So what was I'm just going to go back. What was your favorite patriotic hat? That they wore in the opening numbers.
It was the big ball of yarn because it was so fucking ridiculous. I'm all like, but at the same time, it was super fun. Like I was like, that's fun. I mean, I just love
the part where she's all like, it rolls off and she's like,
right.
I misunderstood the assignment.
or maybe it was the atomic bomb because I was all like, oh, honey, what? And she's like,
to be an American.
An Asian American.
Yes.
And I love how she corrects the Asian dad, but I'm like, no, he said that correctly. You're like dumb. And I love
that whole thing, the Asian American crowd.
And I love how the Asian daughter's all like speaking in Japanese, and he's like, shut up, speak English, you stupid retard. And I'm all like, what? I was like, I thought what she said was cute, even though it was like not. I couldn't understand. Yeah, I couldn't understand it, but she's like, yeah. But
I just really wanted to say to him, sir, it's actually really good to be bilingual.
Yeah, exactly. Like be
a global citizen, not
for
just
sure.
an American citizen, sir.
Vetta, it's America. So good. I love this movie so much. It's really good.
It's so good. Tap dancing down the street. That's the world's longest street in the world because there's different scenery, right?
With a line of traffic, which I'm all like, why is there a line of traffic? What's going on here?
Because they don't live in St. Paul, Minneapolis, so they don't have a traffic problem.
It was so much traffic. So
and
good.
One moment she's tapping in front of a cornfield, then it's the woods, then it's the trailer park. It's
right?
Like,
yeah.
It's got a long road to work.
It's so good. It's so good.
So, do you have anything else you'd like to say?
I don't have anything else to say.
All right. Well, I highly recommend this if you haven't seen it.
I recommend it too. This movie is fantastic.
Yeah. There's if you're easily offended, don't watch it because you'll just ruin it for everybody you watch it with.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to move on to our next segment, which is our questions. What is your question?
Okay, so my question is, what is your favorite Kirstie Alley character? I just love Kirstie Alley. She's great. I know she's like a crazy person with the whole Scientology thing, but I love her anyways. She's so fantastic. What is your favorite character that she's ever played?
So there are a lot to choose from. So I narrowed it down to Ingrid from Scream Queens.
Right on. I've never seen that before, so I don't know what to say to you.
Well, you should. It's really good. She's just really funny.
Well, you should.
What was your answer, smartass?
Mine is Saavik from Star Trek. I loved her in that. She's just like, and then she has the scene where she does the mind meld, and she's like, what was that?
I totally forgot she was in Star Trek.
Yeah, she's great. I love her in Star Trek. I wish she would go back. There's new Trek right now. I'm a big nerd, so I love Star Trek, but there's new Trek right now, and they're just bringing back all these old characters. I'm like, bring back Kirstie. What is Kirstie Alley doing right now? Oh, a big load of nothing. So you could get her on the cheap.
People on Twitter.
What was that?
Offending people on Twitter.
Who cares? Everybody knows the Scientologists are crazy, so it doesn't even matter.
Come on, you don't believe what they believe?
No, nobody believes what they believe.
It's a pyramid scheme.
it's listen, I understand religion is all, a man in the sky and everything, but their religion is fucking crazy. I'm sorry.
It's seriously like an MLM. It's like you give money to the church and then you find 5 people underneath you to give more money.
Yeah. And once you reach, what is it, beta 7 or whatever,
whatever Tom Cruise is. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else has ever reached it, but Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's when you so hold on, I'm looking up what is it called? It's called beta 7, right?
I don't know much about it.
Hold on, I'm looking it up because I love the name of it. It's what is it?
Did you not say the levels of Scientology?
Operating Theta. It's Theta 11. Theta 11 is like the top.
Speaking of Star Trek.
yeah. Speaking of Star Trek, yeah. And it's like these aliens. Like it's so weird. Like aliens are attached to you from another planet. What? So hire Kirstie Alley, Star Trek. You can do it. Just Alex Kurtzman.
Her religion has already set her up for a role.
Exactly. Just so stupid. No, but I love her so much. She's great. Yes.
All right. So my question is what is your favorite pageant movie or movie with a pageant?
So I have to just say right now, I love this movie also, but it's Miss Congeniality with Sandra Bullock. I love this movie so much. It's got like one of the best opening numbers. Well, as far as pageant goes, it's like it's 1 in a million, and then they're all wearing the states on their head, and they're all like, and I love Sandra Bullock. She is America's sweetheart. She's so great. I love her so much, and I love this movie.
It's
second one, not so much.
It's so good.
What's yours?
I did not pick it. I wanted to, but I went, no, that's the easy out. Like the easy one.
What are you trying to say, fucker?
I'm gonna say you phoned it in. No, I'm just kidding. So I picked I debated between 2, but I went with Whip It.
Oh yeah.
With Elliot.
With Elliot. What are you talking about?
I can't remember her last name. I'm drawing a blank because I've been drinking. Hold on.
Oh, with Elliot Page.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, because her mom was a huge pageant queen. Her little sister is very successful in the pageant world, and she's just not. Her mom wants her to be, but she's just not, because she's a roller derby edgy girl.
Yeah, she is.
So I debated between that and Dumpling.
I've never seen Dumpling.
Dumpling is on Netflix, and it's got Jennifer Aniston in it, who again is a famous beauty queen, and her daughter is a very large girl whose name is Willa May, but she calls her Dumpling. And she decides to enter her mom's pageant because her mom's a pageant director. It's a really cute movie.
Well, can I give an honorable mention, which almost made the list, and now I wish because I took the easy way out, fucker. I love this movie. It's called Missed Firecracker.
Yes.
Oh my god, I love that. It's got Holly Hunter. At first off, I love her so much. Holly
She's got
Hunter.
like the flaming red hair.
Yeah, and but like her talent is like she does tap like Amber, but she's got these like two little guns, and she's like whipping around like those Caesar pizza little Caesar sign holders or whatever. And I love that movie. And then like there's this fight sequence where the guy, like she's getting heckled on stage, and her brother comes out and like beats the shit out of some dude. And I'm all like, oh, this is getting real quick.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
And then she ends up losing, and then he's like, you don't have to get on the float. And she's like, you gotta get on the damn float. And I'm all like, whoa, she's like angry. I love that movie too.
Yeah, that's a good one. The pageant, as you know, the pageant world in real life gets a bad name, but pageant movies, it's always a good time.
Always a good time. I agree. I enjoy them so much.
All right. Do you have anything else you would like to add?
I have nothing else I want to say.
All right. So thank you guys so much for listening. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please be sure to leave us a 5-star review. Follow us on Twitter at BS Drunk Pod to stay updated. We will also be posting this video to our YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, BS Drunk Movie Reviews, and don't forget to drink, recap, review, and repeat. Bye.
Bye.